is Teresa Sweeney with the Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority, and we're going to be talking about what you see on the table, recycling. So it's great to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So tell me, what do you do at the Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority, and how did you get involved?
My primary focus is on awareness, environmental issues, things like that, educating the public. I work a lot in the school system in Montgomery County, and I do have some schools that from Floyd County that bring their students over for tours and programs at the recycling processing facility.
Okay.
And I got involved because I was unemployed, and they had a job opening. It was a new position for an environmental educator. And so I applied for that position, and I've been there for over 17 years.
Wow. That's awesome. So what exactly does the Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority, the mouthful, do?
Well, we call ourselves Mrs. WA, the MRSWA, so we abbreviate that, or Mr. SWA, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
But the reason that we were formed is there were regulations that were being passed down from the state. Each locality had a certain percentage of recycling that needed to happen, and there were some other regulations that were putting some pressure financially and just operations-wise on local governments to try to meet those standards and meet those regulatory requirements. So the authority was formed so that collectively those things could be accomplished. And Montgomery County chose to use Montgomery County, the towns of Christiansburg, Blacksburg, and Virginia Tech. So they are the members that form the authority. And then, like I said, they collectively meet those regulations and requirements.
Okay.
But we also serve the region. So Floyd County, we could take their recycling, or we could take Giles County, and we do. We take Giles, Radford, Pulaski, Dublin, and we could take Salem, Roanoke. So it's a regional approach. We're there to process materials.
Right. Okay. So tell me, why should people recycle?
Well, I think that it is one of those things that's very easy to do, but it is conserving resources. And we hear people talk about preserving our earth and things like that. And I think there are just some simple things that we can do just to be more responsible citizens.
Right.
For instance, recycling cardboard, recycling newspapers, recycling your aluminum cans, things like that. It's something that's very easy to do, and there are opportunities for you to do that all over this region.
Okay.
But those are actually made into new products. So you are conserving those resources by reusing them. And a couple of examples that I have here, I have a piece of tile here that's made out of recycled glass.
Okay, wow.
And you can actually see the different colors of glass that have been crushed and used in making that tile. Another real unique item is plastic soda bottles that can be made into fiber.
Wow.
This fiber is then made into things like carpeting.
Okay.
Even things like your North Face jackets are using reclaimed soda bottles and #1 plastics that can be made into the fiber also. This tennis shoe, there's a little tag on there that says that it was made out of soda bottles, a little bottle tag. But these are things that some of them you can buy locally at your home improvement store, or the tennis shoes can be purchased at local department stores and things like that. So they're out there. It's just you have to look for them and read the labels.
Okay. So what is the value of recycling to our environment?
Well, as I mentioned, conserving resources. It takes a lot less energy if we recycle something. One example of that is an aluminum can. Aluminum can be recycled an infinite amount of time, or number of times. So we can recycle that aluminum can, and within 60 days, that can is back on the store shelves and can be recycled then again.
Wow.
We call that closed-loop recycling when it is a can and then it becomes a can again. But those can also be made into automobile parts, and we take things like siding and gutters and things like that, and we recycle those. But aluminum cans are one of those things that many, many people recycle, and they can also reap the benefits by getting some money back for recycling those items. But whenever we can save the energy and the resources by recycling, I think it's a responsible thing for us to do as individuals.
Right. All right, so tell me, what items can be recycled?
Well, at Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority, we have a dual stream process. So we have papers that you can bring in and commingled containers.
Okay.
And what's included in papers, you might have your egg cartons and food container boxes, your regular recycled or paper that can be recycled, whether it be photocopied paper, different colors of paper. So all of those go into one grouping. And
Okay.
then we have things like plastic bottles, aluminum cans, steel cans, things like that. So
Okay.
those would go in one category.
Okay, and I see a cell phone here. Can that be recycled?
It can be recycled. And we take these in through our e-waste program, which is electronic waste program. We also
Okay.
take bulbs and batteries.
Okay.
But these are very easy to recycle, and a lot of the local schools use a program called Funding Factory, and they have boxes that are sent to them. They fill the boxes up
Okay.
with items like this, printer cartridges, things like that. Then they send them back to Funding Factory. Funding Factory will then give them a check for a certain amount of money. So it's a good fundraiser for some of the PTA programs and things like that.
Okay, and how do people bring items to you? Do they bring them in bags, or how's that work?
We get them always, but
Okay.
bags, plastic totes,
Okay.
cardboard boxes. It's however you want to collect that at your home.
Okay.
So these are nice because we have these for sale at our place that we sell. A lot of people like them because they're small and they stack.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you can put your papers in here and your containers in the other one,
That's awesome.
and it's just a nice little setup. But you can buy those at a local department store, home improvement store,
Okay.
things like that. Anything that you want to have in your home to store it in.
And where are you all located that people could bring these at?
We are located at 555 Authority Drive. We're
Okay.
kind of over next to the Frog Pond in Christiansburg. A lot of people know where that is,
Right.
so we're right there near that.
Okay. And do you all have a website that people can get more information on?
We do. It's mrswa.com.
Okay. So MrSwa.com or Mrs.
Or
Wa.
Mrs. Wa.
So go to mrswa.com and check out that. And that is all.